Hey, good morning, afternoon, evening. Oh, let me just start saying grand rising. I try to be mindful of that because I'm not mourning me being thankful that I'm alive and well, finishing this run up. Whew. Well, anyways, thank you for watching my channel. Let's Talk Health with Kay, formerly known as It's Complicated, Just Call Me Kay. Whew. I will have to say, currently I'm walking. I just finished the run, and I will have to say it was a pretty good run. I would say that I ran about 95% of the time, give or take a little. Whew. Now I'm just cooling off right now. Whew. Boy, the weather is perfect. When I started around 8:30 my time, Mountain Standard Time, I think the temperature was like at 65. Now I can tell that it's kind of warmed up a little bit. The sun is now out. Whew. Whew, boy. But right now I'm just walking, trying to cool down a little bit. Sorry about if you see it, the shakiness. I'm trying to hold this, but hey, I just finished running, so I'm gonna be a little shaky, so please forgive me. Whew. I probably will go over my stats a little bit because sometimes people probably want to know how I'm actually doing. I would say I'm improving. I know earlier this week, and I would say mostly last week, I was kind of having slight knee pain. I really can't call it pain. It was mainly, excuse me, my lips are dry, and excuse the sweat. I mean, cleansing out the toxins. And I drink a lot of water, so hey, if I wasn't sweating after this run, I probably need to be very worried. But anyways, what was I about to say? Just got off on a tangent. Yeah, pretty much had a decent run. I will have to give you my run stats, but I ran like 95% of the time. Temperature was great. I started when it was slightly cloudy or partly cloudy, but now I think the sun is mostly out and it's kind of warmed up a little bit. But yeah, I would say for the whole 5K, if I remember correctly, it was 42 minutes and 59 seconds. I ran most of that hill. I would say I ran about a little bit over half, I believe, of that hill. That hill is what gets me. But what I'm so proud of, I ran nonstop right before I got into the that last turn. And even after the last turn, going up the hill, I ran still a little bit before I stopped. So I was really happy about that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get in the car so I can probably talk a little bit better and hold this camera a little bit better, I meant to say. Please forgive me. And I will go into, I think I'm gonna talk more about my run and about my health journey. So give me a second. Well, I'm holding my phone now, which is very annoying. I'm not sure what's going on with the MagSafe of my phone stand or whatever you want to call it. So it's very annoying, and I was just talking about it. I'm like, really? I'm like, it's not even, I'm not sure what's going on. Let me try it while I'm at the stop sign or a stoplight. I took my phone case off. Now it's tripping. But oh my goodness, I might have to go to the park and kind of talk, because I really don't like driving and holding my phone like this. But I might end up taking that one back. I'm like, it's so annoying. I know I might have to put my phone case back on and try to see how it works again, but I don't know. But excuse me, let me just make a stop. And if you're hearing the noise back there, I forgot my watermelon I bought yesterday evening was back in the trunk. So if you hear like a loud noise, it's my watermelon. I'm not running over anything or whatever. So let me just make a quick stop so I can go ahead and talk about this. So I'll talk to you later. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Just really distracting. But yeah, I need some water. Excuse me. Yeah, I'd like to go over a little bit of my run journey a little bit. I'm not going to make this very long, but I'm really proud of myself, because I really did improve, I would say. And I will have to consider some things that, that affect my run, good or bad. I know my fastest run time was like averaging, what was it? I would say the fastest was between 36 and 39 minutes. And that was back in, I would say maybe summer 2023, I believe. Or maybe it was 2022. I'm not sure. I might have to go over those stats. But, and right now, I'm not sure if this is my fastest run or not. I mean, I would say this year, my fastest run this year. And like I mentioned, it was like 42 minutes and 59 seconds, 5K. So, oh, I'm sorry, I gotta use the restroom. So this may not be, a very long video. It may be very short. Oh my God. And that's not uncommon, especially if you're living like a semi-healthy lifestyle and you're starting to run. It's like, if I would give somebody a tip, maybe it's TMI, but if you are constipated or whatnot, then I would say go for either, if you normally run, go for a run, or go for a brisk walk if you really haven't walked or did anything. And I would say another tip with that, bonus tip, drink coffee right before that activity. I ain't gonna say I promise you, but I will say you are likely gonna be able to have some movement, if you know what I mean. Maybe a little TMI, but yeah. So anyways, I would say that what's the difference between that time I ran 36 some minutes in the 5K versus now? I would say one, I'm about 15 pounds heavier. When I was running around that time, I was a lot lighter. I would say at 150 pounds, and I'm 5'7". So I was a lot lighter. And I mean, when you really think about it, let's imagine this. If you're carrying, let's say, okay, I'm starting off carrying like let's just say a 10-pound weight, like a 10-pound, weight or whatever, 15-pound weight, and you're running. You're gonna feel heavier. It will slow you down, But once you're not carrying that weight and you're running without it, or just walking or whatever, you're gonna feel a lot lighter, which means that in my opinion, it's like science. The heavier you are, the slower you run, and it all, depends on you. I mean, a person that's 150 pounds, probably run, like, for example, me at 65 pounds, might be slightly different from somebody else who's the same weight that probably been running for a longer period of time or whatever, but all things relative. Both of us are running probably slower than our potential if we were 10 pounds lighter, if that makes any sense, or 15 pounds lighter. So yes, I think that makes a difference, and I'm really trying to lose weight. I would say that in my opinion, what's causing me not to lose weight is, I would say a lot of it probably have to do with hormones. My metabolism slowed down, probably because of that, because I'm doing some type of program or hormonal program in order to, kind of not have very heavy periods due to a fibroid that I have. So that's the difference. Did I have that fibroid at 150 pounds? I'm not totally sure. It didn't feel like it. I was using an IUD at the time, so I wasn't really having cycles, and if I did, it was like spotting, and that wasn't even every month. So I will have to say that I believe now that makes a difference. So not only the weight, and just kind of getting back in shape and things of that nature, and I would say what caused the downward spiral, as far as going from running about under 40 minutes, running a 5K until now, I would say that it was basically depression and anxiety. My depression and anxiety worsened due to, I would say, my work life at the time. It was, very toxic. It was hostile, and things of that nature, and very, very stressful, because being an accountant, it is stressful. It's a stressful position. It all depends on, what you're doing, the deadlines, the management. It could be a combination of a lot of things. And it got to the point where I kind of stopped. I was starting to volunteer, and that kind of stopped me from doing that. And then I kind of just stopped exercising, stopped really taking care of myself and things of that nature. So of course that was part of the weight gain, but I feel like what really drove the weight gain was the fact that I started, like this type of hormonal whatever regimen, excuse me. So but at the same time, I'm improving. And also I noticed that I would say earlier this summer, I started developing a craving, and maybe because my iron, I'm not sure, I'm not a doctor. I'm gonna let y'all know that I'm not a doctor. I'm not a certified nutritionist. I'm not, this is just my opinions, because in my opinion, I'm an expert in my body, no matter who the doctor is, or, nurse, whoever. I'm an expert in my body. I know when my body is changing, or if I'm not feeling well, or something's a little bit off. So then I'll go to the doctor just to kind of help me determine that. So I will say, if you haven't been to a doctor in a long time to get a checkup, I would advise you to go, just to see, okay, is your heart running properly? Do you have like high cholesterol, high blood pressure? Some things that are off. Or maybe you might have issues, like, for example, with your thyroid. Some people probably, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think your thyroid affects your metabolism, if I'm correct. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But sometimes you may have issues with that, or any other type of gland. So I would say just go to the doctor. I mean, some people are scared to go to the doctor. Some people think it's unrighteous to go to the doctor, but yet they will get insurance on their vehicle. They will get oil changes, tune-ups, all that on their vehicle. So why not do that for your body? You can replace a vehicle, you know, but you can't replace your body. So why not treat it the best you can? I'd rather treat my body the best I can before I'm doing better with my vehicle. You know what I'm saying? So I would say get a good checkup just to see where you at, where you stand. And so anyways, back to my topic. So yeah, so I would say what's affecting my run is cravings. I think that it kind of helped with the weight gain, or not really with the weight gain, but just having a harder time losing it. And I mean, this is a weird craving, maybe because of the salt or whatever, the cheese, I don't know. But you know, like I mentioned in previous videos, I was craving cheeses. I don't eat chips, and for really surprisingly, I don't drink a lot of soda anymore. I was like a Coke fiend, or not like that, but I just like Coca-Cola. So I noticed that I buy a 2-liter like recently, and it sits in my refrigerator for a while. So, and I either have to pour it out or whatever. But I just recently bought another one, drunk some, and a lot of times I can't even drink the whole thing. So, or the whole cup rather, and then a soda in the refrigerator would just kind of sit there. So, but I drink more water. I make a conscious effort. Mind you, I didn't like drinking water. It was like the hardest thing. And I feel like when I was in the military, I didn't drink that much water. I was a lot younger. I was working out like a professional athlete, you know. So my metabolism was always going. So when I got out the military and was eating the same way, probably worse, and the food was great. I'm not gonna lie, I was living in Tennessee at the time. The food was awesome, no matter what it was, whether it was Indian food, whether it was Mexican food, barbecue. It was, but the barbecue is okay. It's not as great as Texas, but anyways, it was still decent. No matter what type of food it was Italian food, it was awesome. So I'm sitting here like, why I'm gaining so much weight? Why I'm gaining so much weight? And then finally clicked, probably like shamefully years later, that hey, I wasn't working out, and I'm still eating like I was in the military. So that weight was, you know, creeping up. So it wasn't some type of weird thing that was going on. It wasn't because of medicine or hormonal changes or age. It was just the fact that I wasn't working out. So I would say I probably was 200 pounds by the end of 2019. So I did lose a lot of weight. But anyways, so I think the cravings, this is just my hypothesis. I'm not totally sure right now, but this is just the hypothesis that my cravings has subsided drastically. I think once I started taking iron pills consistently, probably I was starting last month, I think, or probably starting like the later half of July or June. I don't know, probably sometime in July, I guess, or mid-July, I started really consistently taking my iron pills. It kind of helped curb them a little bit, but not really that much or that often. But however, I noticed I started taking multivitamin. I wish I had the name of it. I started taking it about a few days ago, actually. And I know it says a women's multivitamin and omegas. God, I wish I put it on my put it in the video if I remember, or just put the name there. But I'm not sponsored by them. But I noticed when I started taking those multivitamins along with my iron pills, that the cravings had like drastically stopped. And I didn't, like yesterday, for example, I didn't crave it at all, you know, until my daughter said, "Oh, I want to go to the, I guess, the store, Walgreens, to get snacks." And then it seemed like it clicks in my brain. Oh, you can get Cheez-Its. And I bought them and I ate some, but I didn't eat the whole box. So that was pretty good. The day before, I just probably had like less than a handful. And then that afternoon, because I was hungry, so I ate that, and then, but I didn't eat any more, or didn't go to the store buy any more, or nothing like that. So, and not right now, I'm not even really craving them, to be honest. So I'm gonna continue that regimen. And also, I read a list of things to kind of help curb cravings, which I might post on another video. And I've been doing it. Try not to be hungry. So basically eat small little meals throughout the day is one of the things, and drink plenty of water. So I'm trying to stick to that. So yeah, so I would say those things, I guess, to cap it off so far, what affected my run for, I guess, the worst was cravings, being anemic, hormonal changes that cause weight gain, depression and anxiety early on, you know, and, you know, starting in 2022, I believe. And yeah, so those are some of the things that really affected my run. I would say what's helping me improve is taking a multivitamin, working on losing my weight, you know, trying to have a better diet, taking, you know, basically curbing my cravings. If I didn't mention it or not, I got a little bit distracted. I think I saw a little dog. And just consistently running. And I think what else I'm going to implement this now that my workout regimen is kind of getting more consistent, is going back to strength training. I go to a gym, but it's far away from my home. It's a nice gym, it's just far. So I might check out this other gym to see, you know, how much it costs and things of that nature, because it's like probably less than 5 minutes away from where I live, you know, 5-8 minutes, you know. So I'm like, I feel like in order for me to go work out and do strength training is just going to a gym that's closer. So I'm planning on visiting it probably today, just to, you know, check it out and see how much it costs, and maybe change gyms next month instead of driving far away just to go to a gym. But anyways, that's kind of an update on my running. I might put like my run times for not only this month but last month, just to kind of see what type of trend and other good things. So I would say today I was really proud of myself. I ran pretty much 95-98% of the time. So that's pretty, in my opinion, that's pretty awesome. So that's telling me I'm improving. And I feel like once I become a little bit lighter, it won't affect my knees. And that's another thing too. I feel like being heavier affects your joints. And I noticed that even when I first started my weight loss journey back in 2020, that I was a lot heavier, so I really couldn't run like I wanted to, and it seemed like I was having issues with my knee. Today I feel like I didn't have any issues. I didn't have all that popping and stuff. I started to wear a knee brace whenever, you know, I had the chance to. So that helped it a little bit, you know, and just kind of rested that knee. And yeah, so I'm gonna go home and take a shower, try to wash my hair, and yeah, I'm gonna go home, wash my hair, twist it, dry it, do some work for the day so I can get prepared for next week. You know, trying to get these listings, try to get these listings going for my business. Was it last month? At the end of last month, I ordered like I would say a pallet, I guess, 520 items, and it came probably the following week, and a lot of other things happened, so you know, they kind of distracted me from listing. So my listing goal like wasn't all that great this month. So next month, hopefully things will be smoother. I believe it is gonna be a smoother month, you know, less chaotic, smooth. I mean, of course I'm gonna have my, you know, appointments and all that type of stuff, but as long as it ain't chaotic, that I'll be able to list all the rest of these items that I ordered next month, so I can get into, you know, the buying season. Which honestly, August, I thought I was the only one, but in August it was still a lot slow, in my opinion. Even with having more listings and listing about the same amount that I did the same time the previous year, I'm like, I think so, I gotta look that up. I'm like, even still, I feel like what happened, you know, what happened? And I'm thinking, you know, of course, but besides the economy, people, you know, not really buying a whole lot because of the economy. That's what I'm thinking, based on, I guess, media and whatnot. And yeah, school started, so people probably spending a lot of money on kids as far as school supplies, you know, trying to get that routine back, you know, trying to save money, probably after vacations and such. So I don't know. So hopefully September will be a lot better as far as my, oh, excuse me, my nose itching, as far as my sales. And it wasn't just me. It seemed like a lot of other resellers that I watch online was kind of going through the same problem. So, and one thing that I know to kind of offset that is how more listings, you know, because it's like a science. The more listings you have, the more sales you will have. But when sales go down, you might have to list a little bit more than what you normally will, that type of thing. And listings people will like. So anyways, and price will. I ain't gonna go, this is not a resale video. But anyways, I'm gonna go home, get dressed after a shower and all that. Plan on getting my nails done. I'm like, they dirty right now, but they look a lot better. I was gonna go last month. I'm showing my nails. I'm like, I was gonna go, not last month, but last week. And I looked at my nails, I'm like, ugh. And I don't like wearing acrylics like that, you know, because maybe I just don't. So I said, I'm gonna try to really take good care of my nails this week. And, you know, they kind of grown a little bit and all that. So I feel like now I'm getting them done. But just painting them, getting my pedicure and all that, because I feel like I need it. I haven't had that in a while. And I'm just really trying to practice that type of self-care for myself. I can go into a video about why I don't do it, you know, as often as, I guess, normal, you know, whatever. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great weekend. Enjoy yourself. And, you know, be great. Bye. Mwah.